Hello and welcome back to our podcast. What are we on now, Kieran? Probably episode
Five.
5.
We made it to a round 5.
Perfect. Cool. So as we always do, little trim check at first. This time I haven't got my hat on.
Ooh,
What's
you're
yours
going
looking
no
like?
hat. You're brave.
No hat, man. No hat.
Mine is, I don't know, a bit floppy. So I did buy. I haven't put it on, but I bought some headbands this week. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you. I'll show you the camera for the guys watching. But I bought like these type of headbands, which I haven't put on because they really poof my hair up. But I kind of bought them to kind of control. It just got a bit crazy, and I just wanted to control it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I can pull it off. So I kind of stayed away from it.
Yeah, man. I'm still waiting for my barbers to open. I heard some barbers are going around doing haircuts.
Yo. I cannot tell you the timing of this. Literally, as you said that, I've got a message from my barber. I'm gonna read it now. Wait, hold on. Okay, here we go. Dear customers, firstly, Cutting Edge Barbers would like to thank you for your patience during these difficult times that we've been going through. We are hoping that we'll be able to reopen for business on the 4th of July. We are awaiting confirmation from the government as well as our guidelines and measures in order to offer a safe environment for both our customers and ourselves. Most of you will probably be aware from the media that our business will not be able to run as usual. Once we're reopened, we'll have to work on an appointment system. We will be taking bookings from Tuesday the 16th of June for Saturday the 4th of July. You can book an appointment with your preferred barber by ringing the following numbers. If we have any free slots available, we will be happy to take walk-in customers. All customers must wear masks on arrival and during their appointment. Bro, how's he going to do my beard?
Oh snap! He ain't gonna do your beard.
The next one is currently we will not be able to carry out beard trims unless government guidelines state differently.
Yeah, there you go.
Joys.
Fresh.
Yo, bro, I need to get in there with that appointment booking early.
Yeah, man.
Yo, that was great timing by him. It's almost like he knew we were talking about him. Yo, big up Stel. If Stel ever watches this, man, big up my guy.
He's probably subscribed, man.
He's been cutting my hair since I was like 12 or 13. And I've only betrayed him once.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, once in nearly 15 years. So.
You gotta be loyal to your barbers,
man. I know. Even when he moved, I still drive like half an hour now to go and get a haircut. So.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, man.
That's true loyalty. Yeah, that is true loyalty for the viewers. Perfect. Cool. So let's do this. Let's carry on from what we talked about 2 episodes ago. For me, anyway, 2 episodes ago. And it was the whole, the Black Lives Matter movement. That's when it really got started, and people are doing protests. It was all over the news, all over social media. But let's just talk about where things have gone on from there, because we didn't want to be those people that say, "Oh, we're going to talk about it again," and not talk about it.
Yeah.
So, what has your view been on what's been done about things? Have you seen any changes, or have you read anything?
So I'm gonna get this up I fact checked this correctly, but there was I saw a post. Here we go. Here's the post, right? So it's a thread of positive change that has happened because of the protest. Maybe you've seen this, Shamir, as well, right? But
I believe so, yeah.
So Brianna's law has been passed, which means that a no-knock warrant is not allowed. I think this is only in Louisville, but I may be wrong. But that just stops. It means that police officers can't raid someone's house without knocking. They have to knock, which is something crazy that even had to be passed, but it's progress. The 3 men responsible for Ahmaud Arbery's, I think I said his surname correctly. Have been the prosecution have been given the green light to press charges, so that's good.
Right.
The town of Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered, has elected its first black mayor, which is progress. So that's really positive to see.
Good.
A bill was introduced in Colorado that will address abusive law enforcement policies. So that's good. I think Minneapolis has said that it's going to completely from the ground up look at how they fund the police. So that's positive.
Yeah. I heard, that basically they stripped all of the police force and they're going to start from scratch again, essentially.
Yeah, I think they're going to start
even with the people involved and stuff.
And they're going to start from scratch in terms of what funding goes where and things like that. So there's some other stuff around the use of body-worn video and stuff like that. But the last one, one of the other things this post talks about is that a statue of a racist man will be taken down in Virginia. So I think they're saying it's someone called Robert E. Lee. Now, I'm not going to say I'm informed and know who Robert Lee is. But the whole taking down of statue things is something that I guess we've seen here in the UK. We've seen it at home.
100%. I think I've seen the first one happen in Bristol, I believe.
Yeah. It was in Bristol. Now, the taking down of statues has always been really symbolic. Like the Saddam Hussein one is one that really sticks in my mind when they kind of pulled that down. Like that really indicated the kind of end of his reign. And I completely get and understand why during protests and things like that, statues of people who have had a checkered history in terms of racism are attacked. I get it. However, I think the energy of the protesters is being kind of slightly misplaced. So for me, the energy of the protests and the outcome we need from the protests is to change police brutality as well as change attitudes to racism both now in the present as well as for future generations. Trying to right the wrongs of the past, I don't disagree that shouldn't be done. I just think that is not the priority right now. The priority is fixing things today, so no more people die today, and making sure that things change for the better for everyone's children in the future. So I think like I don't disagree with it, but I think the energy is just slightly misplaced.
Like when I saw the statues, I was like the statues being taken down. I was like, okay, I agree with this, and it seems to be like, obviously this whole situation has angered many people, and it's a way to like release their anger because it is on something that is symbolizing something really bad. For example, it could be like slavery or racism or segregation. But I believe that doing that, if you're going to do that, then also do something that helps the present and the future. I think if you're just concentrating on destroying the past, then what's it gonna actually teach other people, or what's it gonna make other people think that you stand up for? Do you not?
Correct.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I completely get you. And I was actually having a conversation with my mum about this, and she was saying, well, instead of just taking down the statues and dumping them in the bottom of a lake or a river or just getting rid of them, she goes, why don't we put them in like museums and kind of educational spaces so we can learn about our past and we can learn about the journey we've come on, not only for the current generation but for future generations to understand kind of their history and past, and that they understand what they have today and the struggles that people had to go through to enable them to do all of the things and live in the free world they do. Which I actually kind of agree with. I think it's not that we're giving those people a platform and like we're celebrating the fact they were racist. It's just about the whole education piece. For me, it all fits in that education bucket.
Because you kind of need to know who kind of paved the way. You got to pay respect to that as well, and also know about it. Know about what the past was like. Like everything that people have shared on social media and stuff, it's been to do with the past. Like, watch this, look how this was back in the day, look how it was back then. So I think that is really important. One thing that I'll say about like the museums and stuff is, are people going to go to those museums with intentions of learning before protesters or people against racism and stuff start attacking those places and burn them down.
Yeah.
Because I've seen many things like, oh, we don't need memory of slavery. We don't need like this to be showcased in a way. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think it's also important as well, right? To know.
Yeah.
It's also
100%.
important to know, because so much change has happened in the past, and it's important to know. I think it's just important to know that journey. It's important to bring people along on your journey, and kind of, and just help bring more people along. I think the other thing that I would that I've kind of observed that I think maybe needs to change a bit in terms of how people are protesting and things like that, and that's here in the UK as well as in the US, is what's the purpose? What type of reform are you actually looking for, right? So I use the example of the suffragette movement, right? Their goal was very clear. We want equal, we want equal voting rights for women, right? That is very clear, and the outcome is very well understood, not only by the people protesting, so that everyone actually protests behind the same thing, but also for the people who can make the change, because they understand if we do this, we will help these people in achieving what they're trying to do. I think in this case, people are kind of the broad net of Black Lives Matter is super important, because it then encompasses all of the issues that negatively affect the black community. However, it's very difficult. It's like, well, what are you trying to focus on here? Are you trying to focus on the police brutality stuff? Are you trying to focus on how the police segregate black people? Are you trying to focus on the education of black youths and younger people? Are you trying to focus on black people as politicians, the number of them? It's like, which one of these things are you trying to achieve? And I think all of these things are things that we should be trying to achieve, but it's one at a time, right? It's one at a time. You can't solve all of this at one time, basically, is I think what I'm trying to say.
I think that it should be one at a time, and it should be very specific. That's how things get done. And if it does take, bear in mind, we've only it's been a few weeks and changes have already been made. If we be more specific in what we want to change, I think those changes, with the power of the media, especially social media, people's attitude towards supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, I think change will happen fairly quick. But you still can't change people and their ways. You can't teach an old dog new tricks type of thing. So I think it's just about making racism really uncomfortable, and we even seen I think you quote tweeted when police were shouting the N-word at these was it 2 or 3 black boys, and then police went to the black boys.
Yeah, that was mad. That video was mad.
It's like, hold on a second, police should be informed about this as well, that derogatory terms are bad, and they should be stopped, and they should someone should say something about that instead of going to something completely opposite.
Nothing's going to change overnight here, right, with this stuff. I think everyone 100%. Understands that and appreciates that, so it's about a slow it's just about a slow progression of changing and being very clear on the outcome you're trying to achieve. I think that's kind of key, and that message for me feels like it's a little bit getting lost, and so hopefully it's the voice of people like us, and people on in social media and stuff, and the protest, which I'm sure will continue, just to be super clear on what outcome are we trying to achieve here. I think will help everyone, not only people protesting, but also the people that have the power to actually change things.
Yeah, man, and like we said, this Black Lives Matter thing isn't a trend. It's not just a thing that happens for a week. The black people and the white people have to come together and solve problems together. It's not just a black problem. It's not just a white problem. It's a human problem. And I think on the terms of black and white, what came out recently?
Wait, that's a
the
nice
new PS5.
That's a new segue. I like it.
That's a new segue.
I like it.
PlayStation is not racist.
Well, I think so. They released so the pictures obviously that everyone's seen now is of the white PlayStation. I really do hope they make a black one.
I hope they do as well, like a full-on matte black or something, you know.
Because it's been black since
sleek looking.
I think the PS1 obviously was that grey colour, and then PS2 was like black with the blue kind of turquoisey writing. And then PS3 was all black with the chrome. PS4 was all black.
All black.
And you look at like most TV like consoles and stuff like that. Everyone's got black stuff. Like I really hope they don't. I really hope they do have a black option. But if they have a white option, it's just going to be like, what?
Yeah, I've seen people take the piss out of it already. Like they got a Virgin Media box and put like letters.
Mate, the memes are right, calling it a router.
They're hilarious, man.
But the thing about it is though, right? Like as much as the design is about like how it looks, it's similar to like a high performance car in that as much of the design is there for the airflow and allowing like all the different parts of the actual PS5 in terms of like to actually run the console, getting it enough air, making sure there's enough air circulating around it so everything gets cool. All of that stuff is equally, if not more important than the way it looks. So that
100%.
But I guess I do like what Xbox have done with the kind of it's not a cube, what's it called? Like a rectangle, right?
A cuboid.
That's what it's called. I do think it looks very sleek. I do.
Minimalistic.
I do like it. It's just like they've kind of hit that. Yeah, that You're right. That minimalism thing, and PlayStation have gone a little more arty-farty. But at the end of the day, people are talking like it's going to make any difference. If you're going to buy a PS5, that's not changed anything. If you weren't going to buy a PS5, that hasn't changed anything. So, pipe down, people, man. Pipe down.
I know, man. I like. You said that you watched the full trailer and the release of it, right?
Yeah, the full hour and a half.
So you saw like the new games and stuff. Yo, did you think that GTA 6 was going to be released as well?
Oh my god, that was such a letdown.
Yo, we got blue board, man.
Oh, it was such a letdown. GTA 5 came out in 2013 on PS3. Like, jeez. I know it takes Rockstar ages to come up with a game with the complexity, but it would be so amazing to have a launch game on the PS5, something other than
that would be sick.
Bro, that would have been so
Could you imagine?
Good.
That would be sick.
But hey, we'll have to deal with some improvements to GTA 5. But
yeah, what was it like? Improvements, maybe like DLCs or something, right?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be like who knows, man? I don't know. I think it's mainly going to be the online stuff that gets kind of improved,
upgraded and stuff.
So, but I don't know.
What do you want? What do you want from GTA 6 though?
I don't even know, man. Like like I think the I personally found the whole story mode of having 3 characters quite confusing in GTA 5.
Right.
Franklin, Trevor. I can't even remember the name of the other guy.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael. That's it. I found that a little bit confusing. But I think the one thing that's kept GTA going for so long is like the whole online stuff.
100%.
And in terms of GTA 6, like I don't know. Like, obviously all the standard stuff will improve, like graphics and standard crap, right? So I guess that's not a problem.
All the boring stuff.
Yeah, I think. Honestly, just more of the same, man. Maybe a different city. I would love it to be London.
Yeah, different.
London. If London was in there, bro.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
I would drive to my house all the time. I just like pull up. I don't know whether it would extend all the way out to where I am, but don't you find that so weird, right? Like, when you play a game, like a driving game, you actually like try and make it as realistic as possible. Like
stopping at traffic
lights, making sure you drive
within the line.
Like, why do we do that? Like, I could do that I do that every day when I drive my car. Like, why do I want to do it in a game? I always wondered why.
Do you know what I think? I think it's a deeper thing of probably like testing your sanity, you know? Do you reckon?
Maybe we're just like, or maybe we're just so hardwired into this is how you drive that that when we have the opportunity to break all the limits, we're kind of a bit hesitant. But who knows?
Have you ever done the opposite though? Have you ever thought about driving in real life, but driving like how you do it usually on GTA?
No,
because I definitely have. Because when you think about it, when you're driving, there's nothing that stops you from driving like you drive on GTA. Do you know what I mean?
There is. I think I'm very.
There is and there isn't.
No, well, there is, right? Like the one, you could get pulled over at any second. Two, there's like you could do both harm to your car and yourself by driving
and other
like,
people,
other people. Yeah, exactly. But like, you know, I found, and I'll be honest to this, and hate me if you will. I found, particularly over the last couple of months with lockdown and like the reduced number of cars on the road, I do find myself like my average speed like increases by like 10-15 miles an hour.
Ooh.
It's like it's so nice when there's no one on the road and it's open. You're like, you're like, screw it, man. Like, just put a foot down. Let's drop it down a gear and just you know, which is, you know, it's not ideal, but like I don't know, like when there's less cars on the road, it's just a bit more fun.
It's just nice, yeah, man, 100%. Like on the topic of like GTA 5 and stuff, do you think it'll be scary when like VR comes out for it? You know, we had this like, you know, like the topic of conversation with VR and stuff, like maybe wearing a vest or something so you can feel the bullets, maybe like buying a treadmill so you can walk around but in your house and stuff. You know, the film Ready Player One.
Yeah, I think I can see it having some function in GTA, like in driving or like exploring and things like that. I think there's a limit to how much
realism.
Yeah, like do you want to feel like what it's like to be shot? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
plus the complexity of doing something like that would be so great that it kind of takes away from the whole like game part of it. Like, I don't know about you, right? But
like an escapism,
exactly, right? Games are like an alternative reality, right? That gap is closing because of virtual reality, but like if you're going to be, say GTA 6 is in downtown London, right? It's London, right? And so it's going to be that immersive with VR. Like, just go to London. What the hell are you doing? It's like I don't that bit I don't get. Like, if you're in a actual virtual world, right? Like you're in some crazy alien planet.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see
that. I get, right? Not where you can be in 20 minutes, right? Like that's just weird, and that's just not an alternative reality. That's just reality, which is
laziness.
Yeah, it's just like, well, I don't get that. But I don't know. I don't see GTA going down that kind of VR route personally.
I think they've got something big planned for GTA 5, and I think they've got more than just like the LA type of vibe or like California.
Wait, what do you mean, GTA 6 or the upgrade to GTA 5?
GTA 6.
Oh, okay,
yeah, GTA 6. Yeah, I think they're maybe like bringing a new city, like maybe take like the private jet somewhere.
What you think they're gonna have multiple cities?
Yeah, maybe.
Wow, that would be huge.
Maybe.
Because obviously they've only had like one map, right? Be it San Andreas or Vice City or whatever. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, man.
But are you gonna get? So like, I think you know what I'm definitely getting. Are you gonna get one?
You're definitely. You know what? I think I might have to. You know, because
you're not a big gamer. Like,
nah. Well, the funny thing I was, and then, you know, I got like serious, like, oh, I ain't got no time for games type of thing. but now, like, I'm looking at, hold on a second, like, you know, it's good to have like anyone listening, have downtime, have rest time. Like, you haven't got to be grinding 24/7. I was victim to that hustle porn mentality where, you know, you got to keep going. No.
Yeah.
Like, but I was waiting on this PS5 because, like, all my boys and stuff, they got a PS4.
Yeah.
They like play like, you know, Warzone and all this stuff. So I'm just like, yeah, how do you get involved again?
You're feeling
man?
left
like,
out.
PS3 was my last stop. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, well, I guess we don't know price yet, right? I don't think.
I've heard rounds of like 7. Man.
I don't think it'll be that much. I think they've always come in around like 500. And I think Microsoft have been quite vocal in saying that they are going to try and undercut Sony and offer the Xbox Series X at a kind of less than the PlayStation. So I don't think they would price that many people out, particularly given that we've seen more and more games now allowing you to do crossplay. So like people with PlayStation can play with with people can play from PlayStation and Xbox. And the challenge with that is, if you have one device that's much cheaper than another, why would you buy the more expensive one? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
If you can still play, one of the big reasons why you had to choose Team Xbox or Team PlayStation is because you had to choose the one your friends had, right? But
100%. That was a big decider.
As you just said, right? All your mates have PS4s, right? If they all get PS5s, and you get an Xbox and you can still play with them, and the Xbox is like 200 quid cheaper, you'd get the Xbox.
Imagine, man. Yeah, 100%. Like it would be a no-brainer.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see the pricing. They're still kind of committing to this whole out by the end of the year thing. So it's gonna be like November time, right? It's gonna have to be, because they're not gonna miss Christmas.
They're not. They're definitely. I was about to say they're not gonna miss Christmas, where loads of people have been saving during quarantine
100%.
and stuff. Like,
I think the challenge is just gonna be like, is there gonna be enough supply for the amount of demand that there is going to be, given I don't know how much they've been able to produce in all lockdown and stuff like that. So
we'll have to wait and see, man. But
I'm sure I'll do an unboxing and then I'll be on it like a madman when it does come out.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to do like game videos and stuff now.
Yeah, bro, that'd be sick. So I'm fully down to do that, right? Like I already do my FIFA videos on my channel.
FIFA.
And I want to start playing more games and stuff like that, both PC games and PlayStation games. So I'm down for it. Maybe we've just come up with a new idea right now. For some sort of
a quick congratulations to Kieran, by the way. Hit 100 subs.
Done though.
Congratulations.
Custom URL, you know.
I just informed him before this podcast.
I didn't even know
that he can customize. He forgot.
I know. It's 100. It's 103. Put some respect on my name, bro.
103, man.
Yeah. 103. So we passed it. I think it was literally. I was literally chatting to you, right? Like when I was on like 98, and then like 2 hours later, I was like, "Yo, we hit 100," which is sick.
Yeah, he sent me a message,
which is sick. So no, thank you for
legendary.
Thank you for any of you guys watching who are subscribed. I really do appreciate you guys kind of coming along this journey. Hopefully, we're just at the beginning now, and things will continue to grow.
Yeah, man. It's not even begun
but
yet. But
actually, just whilst we're on that point, I just want to shout out so we've had over the past week, we've actually had some really, really good feedback kind of on these podcast episodes. So we've had some good feedback on Twitter
100%.
And Instagram as well. But bro, like, appreciate you guys, man. Like, seriously, thank you
man, 100%.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to us chat shit, and like, just like, we're trying something here. We're trying to change and improve it as we go along as well. I hope you guys see that improvement and stuff as well. Thank you. I don't know about you, Shamir.
We definitely love the feedback.
Exactly. I don't know about you, but like sometimes when you receive a positive comment, it's like, yo,
it makes your day, man.
It does, it's sick.
Like you see all these like big YouTubers, that have like millions and millions of pounds, dollars, whatever. And the thing they say the most is when you get that message that you've like inspired someone or you've changed someone's life. That compares, like, the money and stuff compares nothing to that, man.
It puts a little...
The feeling you get from that, 100%. So keep coming with your feedback. We love it.
Yeah. Good and bad, man. Good and bad.
It makes us carry on with these podcasts.
I don't just want to be you guys here sucking me off, telling me we're amazing, but tell us if tell us if we're bad. Don't tell us if we're bad. Tell us, like, if you think we're bad, tell us what we can do to improve, right? Like that's
100%.
That's more useful to us. But yeah, cool. No, but just thank you for that. Appreciate the little shout out. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cool. I think keeping on the games and stuff, we were talking about like the reality of stuff, like you know, if you want to go to London, just go to London instead of doing like virtual reality and stuff. But in terms of, okay, so if virtual reality was in like that alien type of setting that you were on about, what superpowers would you want in reality?
Wait, so what superpowers do I want in real life?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to think about this.
This is always a good one, isn't it? It's always a thinker.
So super strength would be cool because then I could just break anything or anyone.
Destructive.
However, I think like being invisible would be cool.
Yeah.
You could kind of like get yourselves into situations and meet people that you wouldn't have otherwise met, but I guess you could never interact with them because they wouldn't know you're there. I guess that would be the only downside of that, but I guess flight would be cool, like being able to fly.
What about teleportation? Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That would be cool, but I think flying would be cooler, right? Because
just the experience
of flying, right? Like that. Like if you're teleporting, it's just like douche, douche,
douche there. Yeah.
Whereas if you fly, it's like you get the whole like
wind in your hair.
Yeah, exactly, and then you can look cool like whilst you put like Superman
in your post-lockdown fresh trim.
Exactly. So, yeah, like. We'll see. I guess I'd go flying then. I'll go flying.
Flying. Yeah, but wait, would you want to know? Would you want to like to know everything in life, like knowledge?
Can you know everything? Like, is that even a thing? Like, is that
That's a superpower, isn't it? A superpower.
So what you know that you know everything? How would that even what?
Yo, nah, this is getting too trippy, man. Could you imagine?
It's too late for this crap, man. I've had a long day at work. My brain can't function with questions like that.
Let's keep it on the game theme though, because we see in that PlayStation launch, you know, Gran Turismo.
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
First of all, great game.
I love it.
Great game. Like one of my first games. What a brilliant game. But what would your perfect 3-car garage be?
Ooh, 3-car. Is this like realistic 3-car garage, or is it like no limits?
No. So no limit money. It could be whatever vehicle. So okay, maybe it doesn't have to be a car. It could be like a tank or I
don't know what I'd do with a tank. I'm gonna go with cars because like that's what I know best.
Fresh.
So I'm gonna give you two lists. I'm gonna give you my realistic list, and I'm gonna give you my and I'm gonna give you then my like no limits list. So I think the realistic list for me. So my 3-car garages, I'd want an Audi SQ8.
Ooh, fresh.
Which is dirty. I love the Q8. It looks sick.
Bees.
It looks sick.
100%.
It looks really, really sick.
It's like a mature Urus. That's what that is.
Yeah, like an Urus. I actually don't really like the way an Urus looks. It's a bit
pointy, in it.
I don't know, and like it's got a very flat ass. Like it's very like, I don't know. It doesn't
pancake.
Yeah, it's very yeah, exactly. It's pancake. It's basically a pancake. Whereas the SQ8, you know, it's like it's got a bit to it, you know.
Yeah, bit
so
beef.
That's kind of like the family wagon, the SQ8. Okay. The everyday runaround for me, I think, would be like a I think it would either be an M3 or like a Golf GTI, like one of the two.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Golf GTI. Just because, like, it's an everyday car, right? You want to thrash it around. You don't want to worry about. And M3s are actually quite expensive. So I go Golf GTI, and then the other car, the third car is I'd go for a 911 GT2 RS. Because it is a dream of mine. Like one day, I hope and pray that I'm able to afford a Porsche.
That would be fresh. It's gonna happen.
Bro,
you're pretty much soon there.
I can't, man. I love Porsches, and I know some family who have them. Like 911. I know someone who had a 911 turbo, and I got a ride in it back when I was younger, and oh man, it was so sick. I love Porsches. So I think that would be my realistic one. What would be your realistic one? Because I know you're an Audi. I know you're an Audi and like VW fanboy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. So realistic. It's gonna have to be like an RS6 in there, man.
Bro, that was gonna be
them RS6s.
The new one.
So
the new
nice.
one is disgusting.
The new one.
Oh my god.
Bro, have you seen the ABT kit on it?
That one, I know which video you're talking about, right? There was a video.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-minute video or something like that. And bro.
Yeah.
Oh my days, that car is something else, man.
Yo,
the way it looks.
That's like a dream car.
Oh man, that RS6 is. But bro, the RS6 is so expensive. It starts from something like.
Yeah.
It starts from almost 100k, I think.
In the hundreds. Yeah, 100%.
Which is
RS6 and RS7s, man. Some of the best like all round cars, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
So like RS6 just because it looks like a beast.
Yeah.
And then like a Golf R or something.
Okay.
Maybe an S3, an Audi S3.
Okay, not an RS3.
Audis.
Not an RS3, just an S3.
Well, you know what? This is gonna be like a whole RS, like family car in it. All RS. Alright, so we got an RS3, an RS6. Fuck R8, man. Fuck you.
Really, an R8?
Nah.
Okay, I was about to say.
Nah. Oh. Like talking realistic. Because like the supercars that I want, technically they're realistic, but just later on in life.
Like what?
You know what I mean? Like a Lambo or something, bro.
He's gonna come out like, yo, Chiron, man, Chiron. Right, what Lambo do you want? What, you want an Aventador or a Huracan?
SV, man.
You want an Aventador SV?
Yeah, like dream car, man.
Really?
Like, yeah, man. There's something about it. The V12 engine, natural.
But do you think you'll still like that? Do you think you'll still like that when they bring the new like generation of Lamborghinis, which won't be V12 and stuff like that?
Yes. So this is something I've been thinking about, because originally before the SV, it was obviously the Aventador. That was my favorite car, like dream car, blah blah. Like I've got it here. It's a black one. I've literally got a model of it. You know, that law of attraction type thing. You know, you look at it every day. It appears. I'll just end up getting like loads of these little black models when I'm older. So I've been thinking about this, you know, because thinking about, you know, manifesting and all of that stuff, saying that you want it and it appears type of thing. Obviously putting in the hard work. I've thought about it, and they've brought out a new Aventador SVJ, and you know what? I didn't really like it over the SV. There's something about the SV that is just like, I don't know, just so close to my heart. I've seen one in real life. I've sat in one in real life, and they're just, the sound of it is just incredible. Like 100% hands down.
That's always been
the day I get that car.
That's always been the attraction of Lambos, though, right? Like the whole poster, whole poster thing. You know, it's always been it's always been the attraction. And you know, you take it back before the Aventador, right? And you go to the
Countach,
not even just one before that, right? You go back to the Murcielago, right? Like,
Murcielago.
Even that is still such an iconic car now, particularly with when they get the vents open at the side. It looks like a
what a beast.
It's like you know, it's they're so iconic, and I think they'll never kind of die out. And Lamborghini have that niche of that poster car, like completely under wraps. But all right, kind of folks, now you've done realistic. I think you know, Aventadors will come down in price. Like once the next generation comes out, whatever that may be, Aventadors will crash in price like Murcielagos did. So what's your dream one then? Right, what's your dream one?
So my dream one has got to be obviously the Aventador SV. A G-Wagon 6x6. It's such a beast of a
God.
car, man. Yo, I've seen that car in real life, yeah. In London, remember all them gold cars?
Yeah.
So I saw those parked outside the Jumeirah Hotel, I believe, and all wrapped in gold. Yo, the sickest thing I've seen. I was so gassed. I was literally there for like half an hour taking photos of them. There was an SV, the G-Wagon 6x6, and a Bentley.
It's the most unnecessary car in the world.
Yo, it's just a beast though, isn't it? Like, imagine going to the shops in that. That'd be sick. So them two, and then it's gonna have to be a Chiron.
So just whilst you were saying that, I was just looking on Auto Trader to see how much you can buy a Murcielago for. There are some here, right? There's one here. I don't know if it's too good of a spec, but it's a 2008 Murcielago 08 reg.
Okay.
With 26,000 miles on the clock. It's only 150k.
Yo.
Which is like the GT2 RS that I said is more than that.
More than that, yeah.
That's not. That's what I expect to happen to the Aventador prices when whatever the next one is that comes out. So, but I think I see it. I see it in your future. I'm sure. 100%. I'm sure if you keep your head down, you'll get that, and then you can come pick me up.
And only 2-seater.
Yeah, exactly. Ride around in that 2-seater.
What's your imaginary one or whatever?
Dream. So I think I would have a P1, a McLaren P1.
Oh, they're so nice. One of my favourite McLarens.
Just because like it was part of that like hypercar trio.
Yeah.
And it was always like that, and the LaFerrari up there was my favourite ones.
Beast.
I would definitely have a Ferrari of sorts. Just trying to think which one though, because there's so many. Like,
yo, the 812 is actually so nice, you know.
I do like the 812. Although if I was to choose only one Ferrari in my garage, I'm not sure that would be the one. To be fair, I think I'd probably just have to take the LaFerrari.
LaFerrari in it.
I just have to take the LaFerrari. And then the third car, I think I'd have to take. I'm not going to take a Lambo.
Nah, I've already got that, so it's fine.
I would probably take. So what I'm weighing up in my head is whether I take a McLaren.
Yeah.
So whether I take something like the F1.
Okay, classic.
Or like the Senna or something like that.
Ooh, classic or new boy.
Or whether I take a Pagani, because I love Paganis, man. I love them. Like
the Zonda.
Like a Zonda.
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna bun McLaren, man. I'm gonna take one of the like original Pagani Zondas.
Yeah, with like the four exhausts in the circle.
Oh, they were so classic. Those Zondas.
And the sound of them were crazy, innit?
Yeah. Like the new one, the Huayra, like I don't think it's popped off as much as as the Zonda, but like they did a billion versions of the Zonda and stuff like that. And I think it's just like it's so cool, like the whole cockpit being right up at the front and then the really long tail.
Yeah.
I just think it looks like
it's like a Hot Wheels car, man.
It just looks so sick. Yeah, so I guess I'd take the P1. I got a McLaren in there anyway. I got a P1, the LaFerrari, and then I'd take one of the Zondas. I wouldn't really care too much, but I'll take a Zonda. Bro, I'm just imagining that in my head now on the front drive.
Could you imagine?
That would be amazing.
Yo, an underrated car though. Underrated car, Koenigseggs.
Yeah.
Underrated, man.
They are amazing cars. I think they're very like engineering driven though. Like you can tell engineering has driven that car.
They gone into there fully.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas some of the others like
more flamboyant.
They're not the best, right? And they accept that, right? They're not the fastest. They're not the most comfortable. They're not the best round a lap. But like, you know what? That doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Nah,
really.
man. Like when you're driving 20 miles an hour around London, it doesn't really matter. To be fair.
Exactly. Yeah, you know, I'd be happy enough in my Zonda.
Cool, man. On the schemes of like shopping for cars and stuff, this COVID, man, is taking a hit to everyone. So, how do you think that is gonna change shopping, bro? Retail shopping in particular.
Retail shopping. Well, it's going to be interesting, right? Because I'm just thinking in my head, like, you know, like the bloody next sale that happens at Christmas, right? Or Boxing Day, and you get the hundreds of people that queue up outside.
I worked one of those.
What are they going to do?
I worked one of those. It was dreadful.
Did you?
Yeah, man, crazy.
Go on, how was it? I've always wondered what it's like on the inside.
So, man, you start your job, and the first thing you do, is you start. They teach you how to tag with the gun, all these like sales ticket prices, and then it's like, oh yeah, this is how you use the till. They do that for a little bit, and then it's like, okay, yeah, put you out on the shop floor. Oh, hello, customer. Do you want this? No, and then basically you just on tills, constant. There's a influx of people just coming in and out of the stores. You know, you got people trying to steal stuff as well. And it's just like, bro, it's just a mess. Clothes on the floor. You have to do like this circuit going around the store of like picking up clothes, making sure everything's in like size order and stuff. I'm just like, bruv, it's just like animals come into the shop, man.
That's what I don't understand about that, man.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to buy something that's been on the floor and 10 people have trampled over it. Like, but I think to answer your question, it's interesting because a lot of stores will be having like loads of sales over the next like couple of months because they need to try and increase the amount of revenue they're getting, right? Because they missed out on 3 months of people shopping and stuff. So that's going to lead to kind of like quite attractive offers, which may mean that more people go to stores and stuff like this. So one, I think they'll start doing more of those offers only online,
right?
To first encourage customers to go there.
Yeah.
But the people that do go in store, I think it will be very different for them. So like, you know, from the actual bouncer at the door who's normally bloody useless, who just stands there and is like half sleeping.
Who's on his phone, isn't it?
Exactly. He'll have to monitor. All right, fine. We can only have like 20 people in the store, for example.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's got to manage the queue outside as well, people wanting to get in.
Yeah.
But the good thing I think about it is that because of all of those restrictions, you're only going to go if you're going to buy something.
100%.
Like, you'd be stupid to go if you're just going to browse.
Yeah, man. Actually, I was watching a video, and it was like the first visiting of the Apple store, like the reopening of the Apple store. And basically, they ask you in line if you're actually going to buy something, or like if you have an interest in actually buying something. So
you're just there to piss around and post a picture of all the laptops.
They make sure that you're there to buy something, you know, to lower the risk and all that stuff.
But that's right. Who the hell's that bored that they just go around and be like, I'm going to queue to go into Apple.
Hey, man.
Just to check Facebook.
It's COVID, man. It's COVID. People have gone crazy.
People acting stupid, man.
For real, man. Yeah, like I feel like shops will become... Well, it's the whole like thing of, you know, online retailing taking over as well, right? You've got that mixed in with like COVID. Like, I think that stores are just going to become like these places of like experiences, you know, like we were talking about Apple and how you go there to experience the product first. Like, whenever I've bought something from Apple, I've always gone there and experienced the product, you know, played around with it, you know, used it, whatever. So I think stores will start becoming like that, or maybe like window shopping type of places where it's just like they got their products in the window, and if you actually want to buy any of those products, then you have to actually sign up or wait for an appointment to go into the store. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I think you're completely right, and I think but that shift had already been starting, right? And had been starting for many years around creating experiences for customers in stores.
Yeah.
You know, like I think one of the best examples of that, and they're not so successful anymore, but like Hollister was so good at that.
Really
right? Hollister
good,
and
really
Abercrombie
good.
and Fitch, right? Like that whole experience of the darkness, the smell,
100%.
the types of people, bro, that was so good. Like the business like I know I can't remember the name of the guy that owns Abercrombie and Fitch. He's a bit of a loser, but like his terms of his business sense, very, very clever.
Really worked.
But even like I think about things just like at a really practical level. It's like So if someone touches something on a like say for example something's hanging, right, and I go and try and find my size, so I go through 5 or 6 items of clothing.
Right.
What, is someone going to come and rub down all of those hangers?
Yeah, man.
Are people going to be afraid to try on things because they don't know who else has tried them on? Like,
facts.
what? Like, either people are going to be really paranoid about this stuff, or they're just not going to give a crap. Like, I don't know which one of the two it will be, but man. I think it will be very interesting.
Like, how could you do like zero contact in a shop? Do you know what I mean? Like, whether it's like a clothing store or something where they have to take the tags off the clothing, and like, that's not zero contact. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know about you though, but even though the shops are opening from the 15th, I ain't gonna be going to any shops.
You know what, man? I ain't got no reason to go to no shops. So
exactly.
I'm just
exactly. But what? Who are the people that are going to bloody Primark as soon as it opens? What have you been like? What? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand your priorities.
Facts, man.
Like, what? I don't like what? I don't know, man. Like, it's bloody Primark. It's I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyways, I'll be intrigued to see. But the retailers are under a lot of pressure, obviously, because they've got rent to pay. As soon as they're open, they can't ask for any kind of delays on paying rent and stuff like that, because they're going to be bringing in money. So they're going to be under a lot of pressure. Because their costs are going to rise again. Once they start employing people back, they're going to have to pay them directly. They can't rely on the government furlough. And then they've obviously got their fixed costs of all the utilities like lighting, heat, and then the rent. And then obviously now they've got to get stock in as well. And if the amount of customers coming in aren't high enough, a lot of stores will close back up again.
Yeah.
And possibly even close for good,
Yeah, man. So I was just like reading some things earlier, and apparently there's an estimated of 20,000 stores in the UK to close forever after lockdown. 20,000 stores, bro.
Yeah, mate, that's highly likely. Highly likely.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, man. It's
I think
it's a madness. But yeah, I won't be going to a store anytime soon.
100%, man. I think Amazon has got everything unlocked. Have you seen like Jeff is now like 150 billion?
Yeah, mate. I like
this guy's cashing it in, man.
Exactly, but I don't know. Amazon is the right service. It's just the right thing. It's the right service that we need right now.
Yeah.
And they have shown. And they demonstrate on a daily basis why they are far superior to any other retailer.
100%.
Like, just the fact that I can order something and literally the same day it arrives in my house.
That's mad, bro.
Like, that's crazy.
That is actually crazy.
No other retailer is doing that. No other retailer is doing that anywhere near to the level of that. So, mate, let them have all the money, man.
Yeah, 100%.
They are. Give them the money. Take it, bro. Take it.
Take me with you. Take me with you.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, but yeah.
Perfect, man.
Should be interesting.
Well, you got anything else to say?
Subscribe to our channel.
I love that.
Guess.
Love that.
Plug away.
Yeah, man.
As we've talked about, obviously we're both producing content whilst we're in lockdown, and I think it's understood that lockdown's still going to continue for a little while, so we'll still keep putting out the content, and hopefully we can do this podcast in person soon as well.
Yeah, that would be good, man.
Which would be good to do. Other than that, man, I think that's me.
Perfect. Well, thank you for everyone who's come this far listening. It was a pretty short one today, actually. And I hope lockdown is treated
short. We're at like 53 minutes.
It is what it is, It is what it is.
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 Yeah, man. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Go and subscribe to Kieran's channel, my channel, and get your content creation up, man. I want to see everyone like posting videos, creating videos. Like, it's so cool to see. Perfect. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Peace.